welcome, welcome to everyone. So, unlike any other days, we're just going to have uh, pretty much the same kind of conversations. Uh, just trying to figure out something. I'm just going to give myself. Okay, that's okay. Yes. So it's 8:49 p.m. at Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I've been in this place for a very long time. Work around and struggle with a lot of work. But I think the main aim and the main potential is when you figure out yourself a pattern, a change that can redefine your subject to life. The subject to life can be different, right? People have their own preferences when it comes to work ethics, working around themselves, working into the personality, working in different aspects. Some people are born caring, some people are born nice, some people have to adapt to the capacity where they do not belong to, and some people are unable to accept and unable to adapt to where they are, right? So changes is something that keeps on coming, and changes has to be dynamic. If you are in a place, if you are in a country, if you are in a state, if you're in a workplace where you think you don't fit in, I would recommend just leave that place and just go to a uh, different workplace. Do not stick around. Um, do not stick to the same place for a long period of time. That is what I think makes you the different beast. You have to be beast wherever you are. You have to be the tiger. You have to be the lion. You have to be that person. You have to be somebody who people do not expect you to be. You have to be the beast. You cannot be someone who is just there to see. You have to be somebody who's there to do things, who's there to take actions. If you take yourselves into a retro perspective and don't work around or don't line up yourself into your state of mind, people are going to take advantage of you. People do take advantage of nice people, and if you try acting nicer and nicer every day, then the worst thing that can happen to you is people will keep taking advantage of you, and all of a sudden what happens is that you end up being the bad person. You end up being the wrong person, and that is what more than half of the people all over the world are facing. uh, they happen to be in the wrong channel. They happen to be in the wrong state where people just take advantage of them. So the first thing that I think works to all the people, the mass people, is don't be nicer. Don't be too much nice. Don't be too much nice to anyone. I tried being too nicer, and then there has been times that I faced a lot of difficulties because of being wanting to be the nicest person in the workplace, and being nicest person in the team, or being nicest person for people who don't really care about you. Right? So let's talk about the content that I've been working on. I've been recently working on these AI contents. Figuratively, I'm trying to make so if I can do something with it, and I think the AI contents do really catch up with a lot of audience. It's easy to make. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's all about the prompt. It's all about the instructions that you give to the AI, and the AI does generate the videos depending on whatever the prompt to give. I just want to welcome everyone. Please live. Hi, hello, hello, hello. I just wanted to say hi to everyone. You guys have been doing well, I hope. Yeah, so just let's focus on one thing. The main retrospect, the main perspective, the main thing that I want to talk right now is putting yourself into that phase, into that stream, or into that channel where you keep creating content. If you want to get out of this pattern that you have in the life, if you want to come out of those 9 to 5 pattern, or the overnight, or wherever you're working, whatever you're doing, if you want to come out of it, or at least you don't want to overwork, you don't want to work too much, the first thing you do is put yourself out there in the internet. Do whatever you can. There's nothing wrong or right, unless you don't violate any community guideline standards. Apart from that, do whatever you want. Absolutely keep yourself in that frame. Keep yourself linear and tight in that frame, and do whatever you want. I think it's just a matter of time. You will blow up. You will start doing good, and 100% that things will start working. Thanks to Cleese Live. Thanks for subbing. Thanks to everyone. Hello, Eddie and Afghan. Hello, 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 and welcome everyone to the live. Yeah, the main point, the first thing that I want to talk is how to not fall into the trap of being a working class person forever in life. You definitely wanted to start somewhere. You definitely want to work. You definitely want to be someone, an individual, or somebody, whatever you are. You want to be that person, and you want to work. That's fine. It's always good. It's always fine to work. But the main point I see is, in the current days, working class people do not have the value. Working class people, I'm sorry to tell, even me, I'm the working class people, and I do not have the value in the community, I believe, where I stay, where I live in. You go to work, you wake up, you go to work, you come back home, stay tired, again go back to work, and that keeps on happening day by day. That keeps on happening every day. So the only way to change that, the only way you can change that is if you put out yourself in the internet and tell the internet that, hey, you're here. You're here to create content, you're here to make content, you're here to do something that many people did not do. The many people hesitate, many people have problems showing their face in the internet, and that is the reason why they are stuck behind. I would recommend people to not stuck behind and just see yourself through that mirror. You are there, you are going to be successful. It's definitely going to take time, but whatever it is, you are going to get successful. Adian Afghan, he says, hello, where are you from? Well, I'm not from India, sorry about that. I'm from Nepal. I live in Canada right now. Currently living in Canada. I'm from Nepal. Nepal is not India. Nepal is Nepal. Nepal is a different country. It is an independent country, and it was always an independent country. Nepal is one of the finest country in the world. Never been ruled by British government. Never been ruled by British Empire. Nepal actually was one of those very rare nations who fought against the British and did not had to be, and were never conquered by British, right? India was occupied. India was ruled by the British government many years back. Nepal was never ruled by the British government. India was when there was a time when Nepal was fighting not only with the Indian government, but there were also the fights that were happening inside the Nepal itself. When the unification of Nepal started, Nepal has participated in, not directly but indirectly, in the World War I and World War II both. Nepal was one of the main battling fronts for the British government. They used the Nepal soldier, the Gorkha soldiers, to fight in both the wars, the first and the second. Nepal also has fought the fierce battle against Argentina during the Falkland Island War. Because of the bravery of the Nepalese soldier, Argentina had to lose that land to British, and because of that reason, there is still Somebody says the people who say that, most of the Argentine people, they don't like Nepal, and that is what I've heard, but I'm not sure what exactly is going around at the moment. But yeah, Nepal is good. Yeah, thank you, Aryan Afghan. Yep, yep, yep. And yeah, the main concern. Okay, Nijar Shedat says hi. Yeah, hi, brother. God is live in Nepal. I hope so. God is live in Nepal. Yeah, so let me talk around various different aspects. But yeah, thanks for keeping the chat alive. That helps to talk. Um, yeah. And what else? Let's see the topic that I can cover. I definitely have talked before about creating content and making yourself present into the market of content creation. But see, there's still many people who do have the same kind of problem to be around and to make contents. There's so many people out there, so many people who just do not want to make content, and they just want to be the part of the audience. They just want to be the audience, and even that is fine. But I personally think, if you are somebody who do not want to work for a very long period of time, if you're somebody who definitely wants to get rid of this 9 to 5 uh, job and all, you just have to start creating content. There's nobody who's going to stop you. You have to start creating content. You have to put down yourself into that very smallest margin of your life where you feel, you are being shamed, or you are not being liked, or where you think, people might not like you, people might have problems with that. But people are not going to come to your home and feed you food. It's you who is going to cook food for yourself. It's you who has to bring your own groceries. It's you who have to feed your own kids and families. So do whatever you can. Just don't do anything wrong. Just don't do anything bad to people. But I think, making fun of people can be wrong. But if you can make fun of yourself, that's fine. If you, it's you. It's your body, it's your life, and you have all the right to do whatever with yourself you have. That's one of the reasons why I personally feel, people have to come out of these standards where they think they are ashamed of projecting themselves into the internet. But this is the fact. You see so many random people right now. So many random people, they just come up to the internet and they just project their stability. They just project their lives, moments, whatever has happened in their life, and people are getting responses, really good responses from the audience. So if you can if you can you know if you can keep working on yourself, if you can keep making videos, keep making content, and keep making various types of various genres of content, I think something is going to click, and the thing that clicks, you just have to keep making videos on that, and certainly it's going to help you. But yeah, I was out for quite a while, guys. I was out for quite a while. I was out on a vacation and could not post contents in the meantime, but now I'm back, so we'll be back to make more contents. I just want to say hi to everyone who joined my live. Hi to everyone who have been phenomenal and been so much present in coming to live, and looking into whatever I have done so far. I am currently working on so many different AI contents. The reason why I'm working on AI content is that it's kind of easier to project what you want to make with the AI. I differ from the fact that if you try to do it yourself without using AI, you can still do it. But I think AI brings the reality more than the quality. If you want to do something somewhere, if you want to make a video where you are in the mountains, there's a snowfall happening, you want to look things that's beyond the mountain, AI can produce that. But if you want to do it in the real time with the real projections, it's going to be very expensive. It's going to be what? It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be difficult. So Luker says go take shower. Okay, brother, that was a nice joke. You might as well tell that to some other people from some other different continents, not me. I'm from Nepal. Okay, and we live in the mountains. We do take showers. We do take the real cold showers. So yeah, I mean, nowadays, I do see this hate towards the brown people. I don't know why. It's this hate is real, and I do take it as a comedy and as a comic way, but I think there are some people who are openly doing this racism against brown people, mostly the Indians, But all the brown peoples are not from India. To be let's be honest, not all brown people are from India. There's so many people who are not from India, and especially when people have got the browner skin, do not assume that everyone is from India, because there are millions and millions of people who are not from India. So somebody like me, I'm not from India, and stop doing those India pranks or India thing like that. Nobody likes that. Up to a certain level it's fine, but some people just push the limit. And yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. People have their own choices. Some people are born to be nice, some people are not nice. So that's what the fact is. But let's be honest, at the end of the day, all we want is to put a smile in people's face. If there's some people born as a Karen and don't want to smile, you can't help it. You can't help it. It's been a long day, guys. Welcome to everyone who is in my live. Interesting. So what's new with the guys now? What else, guys? What's new with you guys? I hope you guys are making some content at least. Try something, guys. Try something. Try making content. Post at least once a day. Try making content. Do something, guys. Please use AI. Please use Gemini. Use VO3. Use Flow. Use whatever you can. Like there's so many free AI content making tools. Use them, guys. Use them. These things are not going to be free forever. So right now, if you start making content using AI, in coming 90 to 100 days, I project you're at least going to have 1,000 plus subscribers. You just need to go to ChatGPT, ask it to make some funnier content or dramatic content or cinematic content. Give that prompt to VEO3 or any other tools that you want to use, which is free in your state, in your place. Keep making content, keep posting something, so that you can grab audience. You have to keep posting, you have to keep being here. Karen boss lady, she says, I am the pillar of our community, the head of our HOA. My town, my rules, everyone obeys me. Wow, that is a statement. I like that. That is a statement, and somebody like you saying that that you're a Karen, and you're also a boss, and in the end you say you're a lady, and then you say everyone obeys you. Wow. I mean, that is a statement. Huge amount of respect for that. Just a huge amount of respect. Yep. I really like that. If somebody comes up with this kind of things, I really like it. At least someone is being nice. Someone is being frank enough to tell that, hey, I'm somebody, and you need to acknowledge me. Absolutely, let's get that done. Absolutely, let's get that done, guys. Really like the honesty. What's up with other people? There are so many people in the world, like billions of people, and I believe so, more than billions, more than a billion, I believe they have access to YouTube. They might not have access to TikTok and all, but they do have access to YouTube. So YouTube has got such a large audience. It has got such a large audience that people do really, understand the fact that wherever you are, you can have that presence of being superior in the world. If you are from US, don't think that only the US audience is going to make you famous. No, you might get famous in Turkey, you might get famous in India, you might get famous in Nepal, you might get famous in Vietnam or any other country. Just do not think that if you're on internet you have to be famous in US. That's a wrong perception. You might have the main audience all over the world. I make content from Canada, and my main audience, they are not from Canada. I have my main audience from US, and I have my audience from Nepal, and I believe I have my second largest audience. It's kind of a tricky. My second largest audience is from Thailand, and I don't know how that happened. Thailand and then Turkey. So I'm making content for those people who are watching me, right? So hopefully, things like this works. But Karen Boss Lady, thank you for the subscribing me. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, and I was talking, if you guys are from US or you have guys from Canada or any other country, do not think, never make that framework, never make that perception that your main target audience has to be from your country where you're living in. No, that's not exactly going to happen, because the YouTube algorithm or the TikTok algorithm, it might work in a very constructive way. I live in Canada. I make content from Canada, and my main audience, they are not from Canada. Canada is my 5th largest audience, and my main audience is actually not from Canada, but they are from US. What the heck? My big streaming. It says, "Holy eyebrows, bro. Please give a close up of eyebrows." What the heck? My eyebrows are good, bro. I used to get into fights, so I've been punched in my eyebrows a lot, and in my ears, here as well. See, this is a mark. I used to be a fighter back in the days, because I've been got punched so hard that some part of this doesn't grow and some other part really grows higher. But caterpillar, okay, thank you, brother. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for saying that. That really means a lot. But if you can see, like in these parts, I've been punched during those fights when I was in my boxing classes. And because of that, it does not really grow well in these parts. No, brother, no. I don't do any kind of stuff like that. But I used to take acts in the fight classes for my movies, and yeah, I've been shadow punched. The shadow punch. If you have, I'm into films. I've produced a film. I've done one film, so I was taking the acts in the fight classes, and we do some shadow fights. Like those fights actually look real well when it is in the camera, but those are not the real fights. So because of that, what happens is that I have got shadow punched on my eyebrows in both the sides. We're supposed to make it look real, and sometimes the punches could be real. So because of that reason, I've had multiple bleedings in my eyebrows before. Uh, wow. Okay, what's up, my guys? Saying Chloe says hi. I will say hi back. And my big streaming brother says, how many push-ups can you do right now? Uh, I don't know. Depends. Maybe 20. 20, maybe. Yeah, 20. I can do 20. I can do. I do sets of 20, and then I do 5. Sometimes I do 5 to 6 different sets throughout the day. Bro says $1 per push-up. Yeah, sure. I can do 20 though. I can 100% do 20. Uh, what? This squiddy girl 444, she says my stepdad got me pregnant at 4 and I was the same for you. What? What? I can't get pregnant. There's no way I can get pregnant. What the heck are you saying? Chloe, thanks for subscribing, brother. Chloe, I'm not sure if you're a brother or sister. I'm not sure if you're male or female, but thanks. Thank you. My big streaming brother, bro, says laugh my ass out. Man can get pregnant. It's 2025. Okay. Well, I would be surprised. I would be surprised if I get pregnant. I would be really surprised. But I don't think so. The main reason is you need a womb. You need a womb to get pregnant, and I either have to transplant that, otherwise there's no way. Yeah, guys, you guys are funny. You guys are really talking about the funnier stuff, and I like that. What happened to the squiddy girl? Like, what's up? What's new? What's new with the squiddy girl? And by the way, what's up with the challenge with the my big streaming John? Like, what's up? What's with the challenge? Like, how much push up should I do to make how much push ups for $1,000? Thousand push ups. Well, okay, that's not gonna happen because I can't do 1,000. The max I could do is 20, but I'm so tired. I just came from vacations. I'm so tired. There's no way I can do more than 20. They gotta be full push-ups, no fake. Oh no, I can do it full. I can do 4 push-ups. I was wondering, like, how would you, so like how does this thing work? Like, I know some streamers, they get paid online, they make money from the online, but how does that work? Like, how how do they get money? Like, I don't think I've activated anything to get money on my YouTube. Okay. So, John, are you from like Canada? Are you from Canada? Where are you from? Oh, well, if you're from Canada, then yeah, I guess Yukon. Oh, Yukon. Okay. If you're from Yukon, then I believe people might work. People might kind of work, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna work, but whatever. The squiddy girl says, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back, my little girl. Yukon. Okay, wait a minute. Yukon is in Canada. John says, I'm a whaler. We hunt whales. Well, I can definitely see that. How many push-ups do you want, John? How many push-ups do you want? I'm gonna try. Should we start with 20 or 10? What the heck? What the heck is Squiddy Girl saying? You all have a cross on your grandma? Never! No! What are you even talking about? No, it's a no. Never had a cross on grandma. Why? I just love my grandma, but that doesn't mean I've crossed on her. No, never. John says 50 push-up is too much. Do you mean my? Yeah, Squiddy Girl says on your grandma. So no, never, never. Yeah, even if she was baddie or daddy, I don't know. I would have never had a cross on grandma. Why would I have a cross on my own grandma? I might have crossed on someone else's grandma, but not mine. John, I can't. I can't do 50 today. I'm too tired. Not today. Maybe some other day I can try. What the heck? She's saying. What about the grandpa? What the heck are you talking about? Why would somebody have? Why would a straight man have a cross on his own grandpa? No, it's a no. It's an absolute no. There's no way. No way. No, it's Squiddy Girl. What are you saying? What are you even talking about? You guys are just taking this chat completely to a different level. Yeah, that would work, John. That, yeah, letting our grandparents meet, that might work. But no, like you as a very young teenager or very young adult, why do you have crossing a grandma or grandparent? That's doesn't make sense to me. John's grandparents got a trailer. They can have a screw party for sure. Yeah, you guys should give a try, man. You guys should give a try. You guys should see what you can do. What? What about feet? Feet what? Like what do you mean by feet? What feet you talking about? What feet you talking about, Squiddy Girl? I don't know what feet you're talking about, my Squiddy Girl. Just give me more insights on what you're talking. Like crush, like you mean crush on feet? That's what you mean, like having cross on feet, someone's feet. Is that what you're talking about? What the? John says stinky grandma feet. No, absolutely not. I would still, I would have still said yes to someone else, someone's feet who's of opposite gender than me and has is still the same age like mine. But grandma feet, no, that's crush. Never. You guys are talking too much rash and trash. These guys are too much of trash talker. They talk too much trash. I don't know how come you say. I don't know how come you guys are still stuck on grandma and grandparents. Wow. Okay, guys have kind of lined up, slowed down on the ticks. Cool. Hope everyone is doing fine. I welcome everyone to my live push-ups. Okay, I can do 20, John. I can do 20 push-ups, but then I don't have an exact place to do the push-up. How do I show you? I don't have a place. I don't really have space to do the push-ups. What nonsense. I don't really have a space to do the push-ups. I can do sit-ups if you want. Oh my goodness, I don't really have a space, my brother. I will have to find a space for tomorrow. Like, I'll just try to get a space ready for tomorrow, and then maybe I can do some. But for today, I really have a very I don't really have a space. I could have done it though. I could do 20. And maybe 20 sets of 5, that would be 100. I can tell you some jokes if you want. What? I'm off to sniff grandpa feet. Oh my goodness. Guys. You guys are nasty. You guys are nasty. John, but it's I think you're fun to talk to. You're definitely fun to talk to. I really like your presence of mind, and you guys really fun to talk. Okay, guys, I'll see you around. Peace out, guys. I'll see you soon.